everybody, it's Judy Mitchell with William Pitt Sotheby's Realty, and I wanted to give you a market wrap up for 2021. No matter where I go, everybody always says, "Hey, how's the real estate market? What's going on? You must be so crazy busy." And well, yes, that is true. We had an absolutely fantastic real estate year. Thank you so much to all our wonderful clients who continue to support our real estate business here at William Pitt Sotheby's Realty. And I want to give you all the facts and figures so that, if you're thinking about buying a home, you're thinking about selling a home, or you just want to know what's happening in the real estate market, I've got all the facts for you. All right, so here we go. I have my trusty cheat sheet here, so I'm going to read you some numbers off of that. Okay, average price point for a single family home in Fairfield in 2021 was $725,000. That's great news. It was about a 9.5% increase versus the previous year. So, we've had two really terrific and very strong years in real estate, but last year, grew even further. So that is great news. Now, average days on market is running this past year about 42 days on market. So if you're a seller, you have got to be prepared. That means that when you put your house on the market, it could close within 42 days. So you have to have a plan of where you're going or have an alternate plan. Now, this year, we were able to help so many sellers who really didn't have a clue on where they were going to move to, but we had some creative strategies for them. We put them into fantastic rental properties. We have a great partner with BLT leasing company that rents luxury apartments in town and otherwise here in Fairfield County, and we can get you some discounts there. But we also did what we call a rent back for so many of our sellers, which means that those sellers were able to sell their house, close on the property, have the cash out of that house, and start to be able to shop while they stayed in their house renting back from the buyers. So it's really only a strong market that supports that type of creative strategy. But we've got a few others up our sleeve, and we're here to help you. Don't hesitate to sell your house. If you want to get your equity out of the house, go ahead and do it. Don't worry about where you're going. I tell so many sellers also that, when you're selling your house, it kind of transforms. It goes from being a product it goes from being your home really to a product that you're selling. And a lot of people don't understand that until they're in that position. But suddenly when you have your house on the market, there's clarity. You know where you want to go, what you want to do, or you work with us to develop a very creative solution to help you with that situation. Okay, so I want to give you guys some more numbers, and that has to do with what happened in fourth quarter in our housing market. Now, with single-family home sales in fourth quarter, we had a dip under the median for the year. And single-family home prices went from $725, which was our average for the year, to $677 for fourth quarter. So a lot of people talked about a little bit of a slowdown in the market in fourth quarter. And yes, that was true. The numbers bear that out. It is typical that our market can be a little bit slower in fourth quarter. But it also means for sellers, there's a lot less traffic in your home and a lot more serious buyers out in the marketplace. But prices did take a little bit of a hit at this time. So now, what are we expecting for 2022? Well, I study the market every single day. And while I do not have a crystal ball, I can tell you from everything that I have read and studied that we are anticipating increases in the coming year. Yes, that's great news. Those increases probably are going to be a little bit less than they were last year. So if last year's increase was about 9.5%, give or take, I would say this year is going to look like maybe 6%, 7%. That's just a guess based on everything that I have read. So it's an educated guess, but it is a guess. Now, the one thing that we need to balance housing prices with is the rising interest rate of mortgages. So all of last year, my buyers were getting fantastic rates on their mortgage. They were getting under 3% or really just at 3% for a 30-year fixed loan. Now, in fourth quarter, we've had a jump in those interest rates. They are already up to 3.1 to approximately 3.3. And my lenders are telling me we could actually expect, those interest rates to jump up to 3.7 by the end of 2022. So what does that mean to you as a seller? It means that the buyers will have to handle a higher monthly payment in order to afford the highest possible price for your house. So it will impact our sales prices in Fairfield and everywhere else. Buyers, when they buy a house, they look at that monthly payment. They buy a house really based on how much they can afford each month. And as the interest rate goes up, their payments go up. And that means that housing prices could level out or come down just a little bit. So, what I say to sellers every time at this time of year is to think about getting in front of the market. The spring market is crazy. There are tons of buyers in the marketplace. There's going to be a lot of activity. As a seller, get in front of that spring market if you can and sell your house if you can, and it's convenient for you and if it makes sense in your life, because that's most important. Try to get in front of the interest rate increases. They're not huge increases, but every increase does make a difference. So if you'd like some more information about this, I would be more than happy to talk to you specifically about your house, a strategy designed to maximize sale price for your house. Now, if you're a buyer, also, we would love to talk to you about what your plan is and when it is most advantageous to buy. So there's a lot going on in the market. We are here for you. We want to work with you. If you are not thinking about buying or selling, it's okay. You can call us anyway because we love to chat. So no question is out there. We just love to be able to be your resource every single day for anything that has to do with real estate here in Fairfield. I hope you find this helpful. And again, feel free to call me anytime at 203 293 0039. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.